I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to this segment of Beer to Whiskey. This is one in our series of Big Jon and 5, in which we get my buddy here, Big Jon Richards, who's one of the better informed beer experts in the Greenville, South Carolina area, to pick a beer, and then we chat it up. We're coming to you, as always, from the beer capital of Greenville, which is Barley's Tap Room, downtown on Washington Street. They've just got an amazing selection here. What'd you pick, Jon?
Well, today, for lack of a better term, I'm throwing you a bone, Russ. This is Russ's favorite beer, Ballast Point's Victory at Sea.
Yay.
Coffee and vanilla Imperial Porter. This is really neat. So, and this at some point is probably going to be everybody's favorite beer for the half an hour it takes you to drink this guy.
Well, I did notice that these aren't pint glasses. These are like training wheel kind of glasses.
Well, it's not even so much training wheels as it is more like ailerons, you know, to correct the descent.
Yes, okay, I see. Well, tell me a little about it.
So it's a big beer, like I said, 10%, built on a porter style, which is the original dark beer. You know, the sort of industrial revolution gave us the ability to roast malts so that we could get them darker and darker and darker without them catching on fire. Is the short version. So once we discovered that, we found out that these dark coffee and chocolate flavors can come out of these beers, come out of these malts, and not have to be smoked or, you know, some of those aggressive, acrid kind of fire flavors. So with this guy, they've taken that, ramped up the alcohol, ramped up the recipe entirely, and added local coffee beans and some vanilla bean, and created this dessert of an Imperial Porter. You'll no doubt wonder what the difference between porter and stout is, and it's not much. It's that stout became the bigger version of porter once it was introduced with higher alcohol contents. So we're mixing styles here, or kind of blurring the lines, if you will, between porter and stout, but good beer is good beer.
I agree. I think it's a fine line to be blurred.
Indeed, indeed.
And speaking of getting blurry,
yes, let's do that.
Let's give it a try. Tex Miss Lily.
It smells like creme brulee, Russ.
Wow, that is so good. That is so good. And Ballast Point is out of San Diego.
Correct. They're one of the guys that's gotten bought up by one of the big guys. But like I said a second ago, good beer is good beer. And these guys got bought by Constellation. This was a coup for them, I'm sure, because Constellation paid $1 billion for this brewery and then left it alone to do what it's always been doing, which is what we hope for as craft beer lovers, is that the big companies that do swoop in let the beer makers keep making the product that made it famous to begin with.
Yep. I'm so happy you picked this beer. I haven't had it in a long time, and it makes me smile. It makes me happy.
It does. You know, it's got all that, like I said, smells like creme brulee and all that sweetness right up front, but it settles down with the coffee and the roast and the real bread crusty flavors and the finish that a porter is really known for, and it keeps it from getting cloying, and it really makes it a wonderfully drinkable beer.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
What I know a couple segments ago we had a Ballast Point Sculpin.
We did.
That was really good, and there doesn't seem to be a beer that Ballast Point can't do and do pretty well.
No, that's pretty fair. And they're another one that's been doing it for a long time out there. They got 20 plus years under their belt, and they make good beer. So, and rightfully so. You know, if you're a big company, you want to snatch up the guy that's making the best.
Yeah.
And they really are. They're mercifully still making really wonderful beer out there. That was our joke for a while, was taste one of their new beers and go, wow, it's amazing what you can do with $1 billion. And to that I say happy drinking.
Back at you. And until next time, coming to you from Barley's Tap Room in downtown Greenville. Big Jon Richards and myself. Happy trails. Cheers.